Algur, HOD of Beats, to read out the name of its graduates as per the roll order. I request Dr. Valerian Rodriguez to give away the memoir and mementos.
Dignitaries on dais, off the dais, parents, dear colleagues, and my dear students. Before reading the list of students, I want to recite some lines for our graduating students. कुछ करना है तो डटकर चल, थोड़ा दुनिया से हटकर चल। लीक पर तो सभी चल लेते हैं, लीक पर तो सभी चल लेते हैं, कभी इतिहास पलट कर चल। बिना काम के मुकाम कैसा, बिना काम के मुकाम कैसा, बिना मेहनत के दाम कैसा। जब तक ना हासिल हो मंजिल तो राह में आराम कैसा। अर्जुन सा निशाना रख, मन में कोई बहाना रख। लक्ष्य है सामने, बस उसी पे अपना ठिकाना रख, उसी पे अपना ठिकाना रख। सोच मत, साकार कर, अपने कर्मों से प्यार कर। मिलेगा तेरी मेहनत का फल, किसी और का ना इंतजार कर, किसी और का ना इंतजार कर। In the making of any institution, first batch that graduates from it plays a fundamental role and is always special to the institution. Happiness is compounded by the fact that this batch has shown great diligence and zeal to excel. They have all been multi-talented individuals. I would like to call them upon stage to receive their honor. Afra Bashir, Fatima Shafna, Rahimat Shamna Shireen, Rakshata Venu, Roosevelt Stanley Francis.
I hope everybody has their breakfast. Please share them up.
On the stage and be awarded in the order they called upon. Mr. Abbas Zahras, Mr. Abdul Jawad, Mr. Abdullah Muhammad Salman, Mr. Muhammad Sajjad, Nafisa Zuhaila, Ms. Shehnaz PJ, Mr. Shammas, Mr. Sirajul Munir, Ms. Fatima Farah, honor absent on behalf of parents can come and collect her mementos and memoirs. Ms. Fatima Abdullah, Mr. Muhammad Nadir, Mr. Muhammad Ansar,
Guys, please cheer them up.
Mr. Muhammad Shabbir, Mr. Muhammad Suhail, Mr. Muhammad Hashir KP, Mr. Sheikh Niyaz,
Let your painting the same energy, please.
on behalf of Civil Department and my own behalf, I wish you all the best for future endeavors.
And honor for me to congratulate my dear graduate students. I would like to call my graduate students one by one to receive the honors. Ms. Ankita, Mr. Ansari Abdullah, Ms. Asi Afshan, Ms. Aisha Basila, Ms. Aisha Jabira, Ms. Azwina Banu,
Guys, let us cheer them up, please. And please maintain the same energy.
Ms. Azwina, Ms. Parveen, Ms. Fatima, Ms. Fatima Amra, Fatimat Naumiza, Ms. Fatima Saima,
Cheer them up, please.
Ms. Fatima Tashwa, Ms. Fida Fatima, Ms. Hajirat Shakira, Ms. Khadijat Afrina, Ms. Khadijat Sadia, Ms. Khadijat Shamshad, Ms. Khadijat Hafiza, Ms. Khadijat Tashrifa, Ms. Nadia, Ms. Madiha Naushi, Mr. Muhammad Sinan,
Please cheer them up.
Ms. Mariam Mashuma, Ms. Minaz Fatima, Mr. Muhammad Sadiq, Mr. Muhammad Shah Faisal, Mr. Moinuddin, Mr. Nadif Abdul Qadir, Ms. Nasmia, I'd like to thank Mr. Faiz, especially for he has been awaiting this moment in his life, and he has postponed his flight ticket for this occasion. Ms. Ruxana. Ms. Ruxana Anjum.
On the rear side of the front cover page, you have oath titled Beads and Beatians Solemn Oath and Supplication. Did you find that? Yes. Yeah. Now stretch your arm to the shoulder level. Okay? And may ensure that your tassel on graduation cap is on the right side. Okay? Repeat after me. And to refrain from speaking ill in order to gain the applause of the weak. O God, should you give me wealth, do not take away my happiness. And should you give me might, do not take away my wisdom. O God, teach me to love others as I love myself. And teach me to judge myself as I judge others. O God, do not curse me with arrogance. Should I be successful, nor with despair and hopelessness should I fail. O God, should you give me success, do not take away my humility. Remind me always that failure is the trial that precedes success. O God, should you take away my wealth, do keep me ever hopeful. And should I fail, let me keep the power of determination and faith. O God, and should others harm me, do bless me with the grace to forgive. O God, bless my alma mater and the faculty that has taught me, nurtured me, and prepared me well for the journey ahead. May they continue to enlighten beads and beatians with the best of knowledge and wisdom. O my God, make my journey worthy, make my task easy, and make my life virtuous and successful. For you are the greatest, the vanquisher, and the all-powerful in all matters. Today, in the presence of this august gathering, I promise my alma mater, my parents, my teachers, and fellow beads and beatians to work to the best of my ability with utmost honesty and integrity. So help me, my God.
Environmental Planning and Technology University, Gujarat 2001. Furthermore, she is awarded PhD on topic Urban Design from MAHE 2015. Due to her versatility, she became an urban design consultant for Buri town after earthquake hit it. Similarly, she also stakeholder of Comprehensive Development Plan of Udupi and consultant for vulnerability assessment of coastal zone of Udupi district. Significantly, she is a member of Udupi district management plan since 2013. However, she was deliberately submitted Udupi 2025 vision to the government of Karnataka. Being a researcher, she published scholarly articles in various national and international conferences. Madam, over to you.
And it is my pleasure to be here in this august gathering. My greetings to respected Professor Valerian Rodriguez, Mr. Syed Beri, Mr. Ashok Mendonca, Mr. Manjur Basha, and Aziz Mustafa, and all the HODs, faculty of BEATS, students, parents, and the family of Beri institutions. I see young, eager faces beaming with joy and enthusiasm, bubbling with energy. You must be recollecting all your journey over here and the memories that you have created in this institution. This is a very critical moment in your life. Treasure it and learn from it. These years have made you explore your strengths, develop your skill sets, develop your personalities, and this will be defining what you become in future. One important lesson which I felt was very critical for the coming times, for the uncertain times that we are facing, is design thinking. This is not just limited to architects, designers, but design thinking as leaders. Design thinking is for innovators. Design thinking is for team players, and design thinking is also for good members of the society. Why do I say that? Because design thinking is a systematic way of using human-centric studies. It is to see complex problems in its entirety, holistically, and address it in the best possible way for the welfare of the society. You need to plan way ahead, identify multiple strategies and outcomes before you make a step forward. This will certainly give you unique solutions to unique problems. There is no one solution for any problem. Many solutions are possible with many directions and options which we should always explore. I hope the key lessons you apply to various walks of life. Always empathize with the context, with the people, with the place, understand them, take their feedback always before you make decisions. We are impatient when others cannot do things the way you want. We get angry when things don't go our way. But that just complicates the problem, never resolves it. If you want to solve a problem, you should know to understand, to empathize, and to believe that all people inherently have something good. If you want to resolve, you have to believe that resolution is possible. Define the situation and problem holistically. There are many facets in any given situations. Try to see it from all directions. There are multiple players in an activity, some seen, some unseen. Try to define all of them when you describe a problem. Spend time, communicate, interact, and comprehend a context. Ideate with multiple solutions. See pros and cons of each systems and try to see what is the best way to resolve a solution. Now, why do I say this again and again? Because many of the conflicts that I see here is because we are not putting our energies in solving it. We are trying to create more of definitions as per our perspectives. We do not see it from others' perspectives. And this is not going to solve any of the problems that we may face professionally and personally, especially this COVID situation has brought it to light very well. Now, my journey in life has been wonderful due to very good teachers and learned people I've met along the way. I had constant support of my family. I was fortunate in meet people from various walks of life, and I've learned a lot from them. One most important lesson that I have learned is that of humility and gratitude. From them, I saw that we always rely on the goodness and blessings of others. If we have to prosper, thrive, it's always due to the sacrifices, the efforts made by people around us and not just by our own. We have to give credit to our achievements, to the environment, to the people, and of course, to the Almighty. I had a life-changing experience 20 years ago in Ahmedabad due to Bhuj earthquake. I saw a problem which was humongous scale, beyond any person's control, which for no one was prepared for. Everyone, irrespective of age, status, human, animals, suffered. There was no logic or reason to justify it. There was no one to blame, no one to complain. The only way forward was for all of us to come together to support, help, build our lives together. I saw people from all walks of life coming together to help each other. In the midst of despair, I saw the blooming of life, of great achievements, of great virtues. I saw the importance and had great respect for professions like health workers, firefighters, and the people who clean the debris. I realized that all profession made sense only when they contribute to building of a society. I learned to be grateful for the life that I have. I understood that the only way to live is to live every moment to the best of your ability and have no regrets. My view to profession and work was to contribute to society in any way I can and thank all that I received from numerous people every day. The other change in me was to learn to respect Mother Nature. We all enjoy the goodness of her in form of food, air, water, beauty, life. We see life thrive, grow because of her. We know her as a very forgiving person when we take liberties in changing and abusing our environment to our whims and fancies. For the first time, I felt the wrath of nature and made me realize there is a price to pay for every mistake you make in abusing Mother Nature. Innocent lives were lost, livelihoods were threatened. No money or status could help you other than kindness and goodness of another human being. I'm sure you're all relating to this due to our recent experience with COVID. The difference was the earthquake was a huge impact in seconds and recovery took a few months. COVID came gradually in a global scale and almost after a year we are still recovering. Nature and environment is to be respected and cared for. Don't take it for granted. Save, conserve, respect, and nurture the gifts of nature. Your own life and those who you care for depend on it. I see that your school has laid a very good foundation for these principles. And what I really like is that for every brick, every grass that is here follows those principles. And it is very close to the speech I made before I saw these words. And it relates to it so well. And I also felt very good relating to what your motto is, purity of heart and clarity of mind. And that's it. You don't need anything else to do well. Many of them says, I am educated to be very successful, very famous. No, you're educated to be a good human being. Your goal is to be a good person for the society. And if you do your job well, that's it, you're successful. You don't need to be having your name in the newspaper or be the richest person in the society or have a big car or a bungalow. What you need is that people rely on you, have faith in you, and regard you as someone whom they can trust. And I think that's one of the words which is there in the motto of Beats, trust. And I think the purity is very important. Whenever you do any work, do it with pure heart, it will succeed, and that's been my experience no matter what are your odds. And that's all that is required in life. You don't need anything else. And I think just follow your motto, which your institute has given us, the fundamental values that your institute is propagating, like the building, this venue, this atmosphere, and I'm sure your faculty also follow these values, which I think you should take it forward and spread it in the society. And I think one more lesson I learned today is from the speech, which he says, your alma mater, your roots are very important. Never forget your roots, never forget your alma mater. I'm sure you will build this institute into a foundation of representing these values. I think that's a long way forward to see, and I'm sure that the name of Beats and Bits will shine brightly if you follow this path laid by your founder, President. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I'm really glad to be here with all of you. Thank you.
I hope our students will inculcate your inputs into their professional, and thank you once again, ma'am. It's a great thing, but doing your best shows a greater potential of who you are. Honor the best outgoing students of different departments who, with their heart, of us proud here today. I now call upon Dr. Vinuta PR, HOD, Department of Physics, sir, to honor them.
From BE Architecture, we have a student who is very disciplined, balanced personality, got overall best student performance award in 2016 to 17, second topper in academics since 2017, representing BEATS as Unit Secretary Zonal NASA, that is National Association of Students of Architecture. She is currently placed at Purple, Bangalore as a design executive. She is none other than, any guesses? Yes, it is Miss Afra Bashir. Miss Afra Bashir from BE Architecture is the best outgoing student of the year 2020. From BIT, from civil engineering, we have a student who is sincere, humble, obedient, was in top 5 in all semesters, involved actively in Association of Civil Engineering. He is a good leader, worked as survey camp student leader, was second topper in 8th semester, actively involved in Green Walkathon 2017, 18 and 19. Can I have the guesses? Yes, put your hands together to Mr. Zahid S.H. Mr. of the year 2020. Mr. Zahid S.H. Give him a big round of applause. Mr. Zahid S.H. is the best outgoing student of the year 2020. We have a sincere, very good at academics, achieved rank within top 10 in all semester, has presented paper in international conference of 2019 and 20, served as student president of CEA BIT, that is Computer Engineering Association of BIT, placed in 2 reputed companies, 24/7 and 2 spiders. Please put your hands together to, any guess? Yes, she is Madiha Nausheen, who is honest and obedient, actively taken part in extracurricular activities, academic topper in all semesters, organized various activities in the department, placed in Cognizant software through Campus Drive. She is none other than, yes, she is Tanya Rahman. Miss Tanya Rahman is the best outgoing student of the year 2020 from Electronics and Communication. From Electronics and Communication of the year 2020. Humble, has scored 90.5% in his final semester. In third year, he was selected for free internship in Technologies Local Private Limited, Bangalore. He is recruited by IBM India Private Limited, also by several other MNCs like Q Spiders and SSI Staffing Private Limited. Presented papers in international conference, was student president of MESA 2019, student cell of the department. Please put your hands together to Mr. Mohammad Tashrif from Mechanical Engineering. Please put your hands together. From BIT Polytechnic, we have from Civil Branch, who is honest, confident and passionate, actively participated in various activities, was topper in mathematics in first sem, scoring 100 out of 100, also topper in first sem. Can I have the guesses? Please put your hands together to Miss Munira Hassan. In her absentia, I request her brother to collect the memento. Miss Munira Hassan from BIT Polytechnic Civil Branch. Engineering Branch, BIT Polytechnic, one of the finest, brilliant, and energetic student, disciplined, honest and most confident. Maintained the record for being topper for entire 6 semesters of diploma. He was awarded with the Certificate of Appreciation for his commendable hours of volunteer service at college. Member of Bharat Scouts and Guides and also received Rashtrapati Puraskar Award for it. He is awarded by Indian Red Cross Society for CPR and First Aid training. He is a certified first aider. He is an acclaimed graphics designer. He is always keen to learn new things and innovate. He chose BIT Engineering College to pursue in his bachelor's in mechanical engineering. It's none other than, yes, it's Mr. Swastik. Please put your hands together to Mr. Swastik. Mr. Swastik is the best outgoing student of mechanical engineering from Mechanical Engineering, BIT Polytechnic. Please put our hands together to Mr. Swastik. Thank you, sir, for honoring our students. I congratulate all the outgoing students. Wish you all many more success in future.
It is the result of high intention, effort, intelligent direction, skillful execution, and the vision to see obstacles and opportunities. With this inspiring thought, I am very glad to present the toppers list of the BIT, BEADS and Diploma of Barry's Academy of Learning for the year 2019-20. To begin with BEADS, I call upon Ms. Fatima Shafna onto the stage to receive Academic Toppers Award. Exams conducted by VTU Belgaum in B.Arch course. I call Mr. Dhanraj to come and receive the award. Scored 85.4% in his final year examinations conducted by VTU Belgaum. Now I request Mama has scored 80.7% in her final year exams conducted by VTU Belgaum. Now I call upon Ms. Ruksar Anjum from MTech Computer Science. Now I call upon Mr. Nagendra from BE Mechanical in MTech final year examinations. Moving on to BIT Polytechnic of Diploma Mechanical branch for this year.